speaking, singing like exceeds that. It goes further in saying that like it's not just for communication, but it serves other purposes. So if we look at things from an evolutionary standpoint, we see that other animals do sing, not just humans, like primates, birds, and pretty much like most animals that have vocal cords. So obviously not like fish. But let's see, we know that serves like a biological purpose of some sort. For instance, in birds, they have mating calls, so they'll sing to each other for like reproduction, I guess. And let's see, like primates, there's like howler monkeys, and they sing for territorial dominance. And their calls can be heard like a mile away, which is pretty awesome. So like, do you ever wonder why we sing? Because I mean, obviously it's not necessarily for like mating. I mean. So tracing back thousands of years, like scientists have observed that the singing voice of humans used to be pretty much equivalent to that of modern primates. So we imagine like if we still sang like going ooh ooh. But the larynx used to be located much higher in the body, and as we develop the ability to walk upright, our bodies have gotten like more used to this repositioning, and our postures have improved, which has contributed to the development of the singing voice in humans. Also, the development of language in humans, like common languages around the world, have really contributed to the development of song as well. So what used to be howls and purrs now are like melodic rhythms and songs. So while singing may seem vestigial at some points, like in terms of reproduction in humans or territorial dominance, it still serves many purposes to our species. So let us consider the physical, psychological, and social advantages of singing. So this might seem biased because I'm not like doing disadvantages, but I don't really see a disadvantage of singing. Correct me if I'm wrong. So for physical, first of all, singing exercises our lungs. So it tones up the muscles in the lungs, like that is from a physical standpoint. And it improves our breathing. It improves our posture as well. So like instead of standing like this all the time, you can stand like this. It allows for more aerobic respiration because the oxygen is taken in at a higher rate when singing because you really have to control your breath. So we benefit our hearts and our circulation, and we decrease the muscle tension in our bodies. It actually improves our sleep, so maybe if we sang more, we'd be able to sleep better. Maybe that's why I sleep a lot. Our facial muscles get toned, so like when you sing, you seem really happy, even if you're really not, I guess. I already said posture. We become more mentally alert. So maybe if you're ever feeling really drowsy, that's the word, you can just start singing, so then you'll wake up, you know. When we sing, our sinuses and our respiratory airways are opened up more because there's the exchange of fluids and oxygen. And with careful training, it can actually decrease our problem with snoring, as evidence has suggested. So if you snore, maybe you should try singing more. Let's see, singing actually helps release endorphins in the brain, which helps to kill the pain in your body. It's kind of synonymous with like runner's high after a really long run. You get that runner's high, you just feel so good about life and happy. So if you're feeling like really pain and like in pain and really, what's the word, down and tense, just let your heart out, you know? Another physical aspect of singing is our immune system's actually given a boost in fighting diseases. And I'll get into like more of these as the Pubspeak goes on, but right now it's just like a highlight of these things. It can actually reduce anger, depression, anxiety, so like all of the bad feelings that we get in life, which can we replace with the good, like happiness and joy. And the use of music can actually help regain balance in your mind if affected by illnesses such as like Parkinson's disease. And then moving on from the physical aspect, there's also psychological, where when you sing, you actually feel like increases in self-esteem and confidence. But let's be real, like when you sing, you feel happy about yourself and you feel as if you can take on the world. It increases the feelings of well-being. At the same time, we share our thoughts and we express ourselves through music, so it's a social bonding experience. It brings people together and encourages a sense of community, which has been stated a while ago. So maybe we should all sing a song together one time, you know, to spur the sense of community. It aids in the development of it allows for social and emotional support. So, like, when someone's sad, you sing them a song to kind of make them feel better. When people are just generally happy, you still sing to them, because I would like to be sung to. It provides a safe environment to try new skills. Take that as you may. Okay, so these I just thought about that. These are all aspects of the singing voice, and like there are reasons why we do it and what it does for us. Singing is kind of limitless, like it opens the door to many things in life. It's a human attribute that is universal. We observe it in many cultures around the world, no matter where they come from, who they are, what language they speak. Singing is that kind of universal aspect of life. It's much like a smile or a laugh, which are both universal. Like a child in Canada, Happy Canada Day, or a child in like Indonesia, if they're smiling, like you know what a smile looks like and you know what laughter looks like. Much the same as singing. So, as humans, we have this innate inclination to form communities and bond with one another. And singing is a process which helps catalyze that sense of, or that bonding experience. Singing embodies multiple facets of our lives. So many anthropologists and music theorists, such as one guy who I read an excerpt from his book named Daniel Levitin, he said that singing encompasses several major areas that we have noticed in humanity, which include, but are not limited to, friendship, joy, comfort, religion, knowledge, and love. So speculating upon these 6 so-called founding fathers of singing, we can conclude that these may be the reasons why we really do sing. So for instance, like religion spurs our singing on a multitude of levels. Like when you go to church, like again, you go and you try to form that spirituality that you have with your religion, and you try to form a bond in your community. So they theorize that like singing helps bond the human spirit itself, and that it aids in the religious community and bonding. Also, considering that one of the areas was knowledge, which is something that's like really vital to the human experience, that can be a byproduct of singing as well. So, like, do you ever wonder why giant corporations always add like catchy jingles to their products? It's because singing and music stick in our minds so like naturally, kind of like flies on flypaper. So like the human mind has developed a natural tendency to absorb music and song. So we learn so much through song, and by singing, it actually aids in our memory and our memory retention of things that are knowledge. That's why like if you're so inclined to remember like ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. Yeah, like see, like you don't even want to hear it, but like you just remember it so like naturally. Sing it, like when you sing it too, you just wait. Did anyone get happy because of that?
That's
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Why? Because it's McDonald's?
Yes. No, you do get happy.
Will you sing the answer?
Fine. I'll sing the answer. Someone ask a question. Yes.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. Like the first is like, you know, you talked a little bit about like the difference between like French or lack thereof, like French opera, like you know what I mean? Does being good technically at singing increase these effects, or does it not?
I feel as if that is subjective. Sheldon.
All right, so I'm going to play devil's advocate,
Oh my God.
aka Dr. Benjamin Gregg, and I'm going to ask: